How much would you pay, given this economy right now, this borderline recession? People are saying we're in a borderline recession, which Biden has come out and denied twice now. But given this economy, how much would you pay to see your favorite rock star live in concert? $1,000? $1,500? $2,000? How about $3,000? $4,000? Should I go up $5,000? There are tickets out there for the Bruce Springsteen 2023 East Street Band Tour going for $4,000 or $5,000. That's insane. Absolutely insane. I would never pay that amount of money. I wouldn't even pay that amount of money to see my favorite symphony orchestra in concert. My favorite is the Philadelphia, by the way. But I would never pay $4,000 or $5,000 for a ticket. How about charging people $49.95? That's fair. That's reasonable. But you know these rock legends, they got to charge top dollar to screw everybody over because they got to keep making that money, even though they're like Biden, older than dirt. They got to keep performing. You know, Phil Hendry talked about this years ago. About Liza Minnelli. She married some guy who's Chinese. But she's got what? 10 million in the bank? 15 million? And he said, the day I get $5 million or $10 million in the bank is the day I say goodbye. And these people keep saying, I got to keep performing. I got to keep going. Yeah, Mr. Springsteen, when you were on the Super Bowl in Tampa, forget how many years ago this was, and he couldn't even make it over the piano during his performance. And he said, I'm going to Disneyland. Well, he's in Florida. Mr. Springsteen, Disneyland is in California. Disney World is in Florida. Oh. Yeah, I think you're a little too old to perform at that point. So here's this article at Fox Business by Stephanie Gyang-Paunon, last name G-I-A-N-G-Paunon. It says here, Bruce Springsteen's manager defends steep ticket cost amidst backlash. He claims that it's a fair price. What people tend to forget is that the music industry is a business. All these rock stars that railed against the establishment, they have now become part of the establishment. Gene Simmons. And I remember back in the 90s. Anybody remember this? Back in the 90s, early 2000s, they were hiking the price of CDs. And they were going after people who were doing these illegal downloads. Well, dummy, they were illegally downloading or exchanging these files, these music files, because you were charging too much for the CDs. I was in Walmart probably about a month ago. And they have all these re-releases on vinyl. The Billy Joel Stranger album, I kid you not, was like $40. $40. Twice, if not 3 times as much as what it cost when it first came out back in the 70s. That's insane. That's insane. I say charge people $49.95 to go see your concert. Stream this stuff online. These people are so stuck back in the 20th century, it's not even funny. Now, I'm not saying that Bruce Springsteen's a bad guy. I'm sure he's a really nice guy in real life. But $4,000, $5,000 for a ticket? So it says here, we chose prices that are lower than some and on par with others, Springsteen's manager said. Now, Bruce Springsteen's manager, John Landau, is speaking up about record high ticket prices for the musician's 2023 tour. Quote, in pricing tickets for this tour, we looked carefully at what our peers have been doing. We chose prices that are lower than some and on par with others, Landau said in a statement to the New York Times. It's Landau or Landau? It's Landau. I'm reading this to you, Cole. One take video today. And if I didn't mention it, welcome back to the channel Culture Confederacy here. Pipe and coffee in hand. It's Thursday, so let's get to this. Regardless of the commentary about a modest number of tickets costing $1,000 or more, our true average ticket price has been in the mid-$200 range. The mid-$200 range. You do realize, Mr. Landau, that for teenagers who want to go see Bruce Springsteen live in concert, this is what they make in allowance money or doing a part-time job while they're going to school? So for some people of a certain age, this is what they bring home a week. $200. I say charge $49.95. And we'll throw in a free dish rag. I believe that in today's environment, that is a... There you go. There you go. That should be the next gimmick for Bruce Springsteen. Throw in a free dish rag. Just a plain white dish rag. Oh, well, you can't do that because nowadays that would be considered racist. I believe that in today's environment, that is a fair price to see someone universally regarded as among the very greatest artists of his generation. He's very talented, don't get me wrong, but he's not the greatest of his generation. His manager's comments come on the heels of fans getting sticker shock last week when attempting to purchase concert tickets to see Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band. Oh, I'm sorry. Is it the East Street Band or the E Street Band? I forget. In their highly anticipated 2023 tour, which is probably just like their 2020 tour, which is probably just like their 2015 tour, which was just like their 2000 tour, their tour going back 40 years. With the same rehashed songs that you can hear on the radio for free. Fans were stunned by Springsteen's tour cost as seats skyrocketed to $4,000 due to Ticketmaster's dynamic pricing program, which raises prices based on demand. Now, my day job is working at a hotel. I do this YouTube channel on the side, talked about this before, write music in my spare time. In fact, I was working on a piece of music this morning, trying to write this early morning overture. I got up one morning. Now, if you're not familiar with the channel here, I'm a big classical music fan, but I don't listen to NPR. NPR is crap. Don't listen to NPR. You're not going to find any cool music on NPR. And if you do, you're lucky if you do. But I was working on this piece, got up one morning and said, hey, I'm going to write this overture, early morning overture. So I was working on that today. But my day job is working in a hotel. And what we do is sell hotel rooms. We sell an experience. As the old saying goes, you don't go eat at a restaurant. You go to pay for the experience, for the ambiance. Same thing here. You're not really paying for the music. You're paying for the experience to see Bruce Springsteen live in concert. That's what you're paying for. So when demand is high in town and we've got a lot of conferences or it's a really busy time of year, of course the prices on our hotel rooms are going to go up. As they naturally should. Supply and demand. Went to school for business administration. Had this idea of starting a record label. That didn't pan out. So I'm doing my YouTube channel instead. I think I have a lot more fun doing this. But at any rate, getting back to the topic here. When the demand is high for hotel rooms, then you have to raise the price of the hotel room. But we would never charge $4,000 for a hotel room. Now, we have a couple of bi-level suites, and we've sold those for like $300 a night because they're bi-level suites. But this is just crazy to be charging people this amount of money for a ticket. When again, they can go buy the DVD for far less than that and watch you live on TV or through pay-per-view in their underwear. Now, Ticketmaster addressed the pricing backlash to Fox News Digital. Quote, promoters and artist representatives set pricing strategy and price range parameters on all tickets, including dynamic and fixed price points. In fact, we have a report at work that I have to do when I do the overnight shift. where we check the revenue from the previous year and then match it up with what we have this year to see if, in fact, we met what we had last year for that month or that date. And that helps you forecast, what you're going to be looking at in the future. Ticketmaster has created analytical tools that use historical and real-time data to help quantify supply and demand to determine prices. A spokesperson from Ticketmaster explained. Quote, while people may have a very different impression, overall 18% of Springsteen's U.S. tour tickets sold for under $99. And only 1% of tickets sold for more than $1,000. There you go, the 1%. We're always hearing about the 1%. So now you have this percentage in between where all these prices fluctuated on these tickets. Springsteen himself has not responded to the backlash from fans regarding the costly concert tickets. However, Steven Van Zandt, the E Street Band guitarist and Sopranos alum, took to Twitter to comment on the pricing. He said, I have nothing whatsoever to do with the price of tickets, nothing, nada, niente, bupkis, blank. And they've got a picture here of Bruce Springsteen with gray hair. It's time for you to retire! He's got his hands out, rock on! Springsteen and the E Street Band are scheduled to go on tour in 2023, and tickets went on sale July 20th. The Boss, who I'd never pay $1,000 to go see. The Boss's U.S. tour begins February 1st in Tampa, where he couldn't get a ride of whether or not it was Disney World or Disneyland, and he couldn't get over the piano while he was performing, and ends at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey on April 14th. Wasn't that the date that the Titanic sank? Ooh, bad juju. Springsteen is slated to perform in other major cities along the way, including Detroit, Philadelphia, and Washington, D.C. Now, this story, I have to mention this, is right in line with a video I did a while back about this concert with Paul McCartney. Happened somewhere in the South. I think it was North Carolina. And there was major backlash over the fact that there was a lack of parking. People literally waited 2.5 to 3, sometimes 4 hours, or up to 4 hours, to find a parking spot. But by the time they did that, they missed half the concert. So it just goes to show you that the music industry is in fact a business. But I think they need a better business model here. They need to stop charging these extravagant prices, these outrageous prices for these tickets. Bring it down to a price that people can afford. Somehow they just don't get that. But they're going to dock you for going and trying to find a file of your favorite song because you probably can't afford to buy the album, and the rest of the album's probably crap anyways, right? So it just gets me every time I read a story like this. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you know what to do. And the title of the article, again, if you're interested, Fox Business, Bruce Springsteen's manager defends steep ticket cost amid backlash. Fair price. By Stephanie Gangpanen. Last name again, Giang-Paunon. So don't forget to reach me at Instagram, hashtag Jason Composes. Find me on Twitter, Culture Confederacy at Twitter, if I didn't say it already. This is the Culture Confederacy saying peace out, stay safe, everybody. God bless this great country, and I'll catch you next time.